Have you ever felt like the light in your heart has been turned off? Like you once basked in the warmth of closeness to Allah, but now all you feel is silence, darkness, and distance. You used to cry in sujud, and now you can barely make wudu. You used to open the Quran and feel like it was speaking to you, and now it just sits there, unopened, while your guilt grows louder than your prayers. What happened? Has Allah abandoned you? Has He closed the door on your heart forever? You're not the only one who has felt this. Even the most beloved to Allah, the Prophet Muhammad, faced that same night. A night that lingered. A silence that stretched, a darkness that caused even his noble heart to wonder. Have I been left? There was a time when the Prophet Muhammad used to receive revelation so consistently, it was like the sun itself was rising in his heart. Each verse brought light. Each moment with Jibril Muhammad, a burst of clarity, of strength, of divine comfort. But then it stopped. No revelation came for days, then weeks, then longer. The same Quraysh who used to mock him now said with cruel satisfaction, even his Lord has left him. Imagine what that felt like. This wasn't just mockery. This was a direct hit to the deepest bond the Prophet Muhammad had. Not having revelation wasn't just a loss of power. It felt like a loss of love, a divine silence. And sometimes, that silence feels heavier than 1,000 insults. Maybe, just maybe, he thought, I've done something wrong. Maybe I've fallen from Allah's grace. Have you ever thought that way? Maybe you've sinned too much. Maybe you missed too many prayers. Maybe you're too broken to be forgiven. Maybe Allah doesn't want you anymore. But then, in that darkness, came the most beautiful light. Your Lord has not forsaken you, nor is He displeased. With these divine words, Allah gently reached down to comfort His Prophet Muhammad, and through him, every heart that would ever feel lost, every soul that would ever feel abandoned, every believer who would whisper into the night, Ya Allah, are you still there? Allah said, Ma wadayaka, Rabbuka wa ma qala. He didn't just say, I haven't left you. He corrected the very thought of being abandoned. The way a loving parent rushes to tell a child, don't you ever think I stopped loving you. That's the tone. That's the love. And as for Qala, nor is He displeased. Allah says, you haven't lost your worth. You haven't become useless. I'm not angry with you. And notice, He didn't even say with you directly. Out of mercy, Allah didn't pair the Prophet's name with the word displeasure. That's love deeper than we can imagine. When you feel far from Allah now, maybe you're not a prophet. You've made real mistakes. You've walked away from the prayer mat. You've watched things you shouldn't. You've said things you regret. Your tongue has gone dry from not making dhikr, and your limbs stiff from not praying. So you think Allah must hate me now. But Allah's love is not transactional. Your mistakes don't disqualify you from His mercy. In fact, they can be your road back if you just stop and say, Ya Allah, I miss you. That's enough to begin the journey home. And this Surah Ad-Duhaa, wasn't just for the Prophet Muhammad. It was for you. It was for all of us, who think the silence of Allah means His absence. It doesn't. Silence can be a form of healing, a form of preparation. You see, even the Prophet Muhammad couldn't handle the entire Quran at once. Allah gave it to him bit by bit, at the perfect times, to strengthen his heart. Because healing takes time. Light takes time. The promise of better days, and then, Allah said, the future will be better for you than the past. Now, imagine hearing that when you feel like you're at your lowest, when people mock you, when you've lost everything, when you're alone. Allah doesn't just say, it'll be okay. He swears by it. The after will be better than the before. For the Prophet Muhammad, this meant the mission would succeed, that Islam would rise, that the desert would echo with Adhan, after Adhan from the mouths of believers yet unborn. For us, it means the days ahead, if we turn to Allah, can be better than the mistakes behind. Your tomorrow can be purer than your yesterday. Your grave can be brighter than your darkest night. But you have to keep walking. Allah then says, your Lord will give you, and you will be pleased. This isn't just about Jannah, though it is the ultimate reward. This is about contentment. That Allah will give you enough that your heart will finally feel full. That one day you'll smile and say, Ya Allah, you really did take care of me. Even now, maybe when you see your child smile, or when you finally come back to prayer, or when you feel peace after years of struggle, that's a glimpse of Allah's promise in action. He will give you, and you will be pleased. Then Allah reminds the Prophet Muhammad and us of the past. Did He not find you an orphan and shelter you? Did He not find you lost and guide you? Did He not find you in need and enrich you? We all have these moments. Look back. Remember when you thought you wouldn't make it, and you did. That was Allah. When the job came through, when the tear turned into sujud, when the heartbreak taught you sabr, that was Allah. And if he took care of you then, why do you doubt him now? Now that you know, help others. And finally, Allah commands the Prophet Muhammad to take that light and share it. So do not oppress the orphan. Do not repel the seeker. Speak of the blessings of your Lord. That's the path Allah gives, and we give back Allah comforts, and we comfort others. And in doing so, our hearts heal too. Dear soul, listening today, if you're in the darkness, I want you to remember this. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. Your silence is not divine rejection. It may be divine preparation. Keep praying, even when you don't feel it. Keep reciting, even when the words feel heavy. Keep walking, because light is just ahead. Allah sees you, and He is closer than you think. If this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Maybe today you'll be the reason someone turns back to Allah. This is Islamic Echoes, where your heart finds its way back to the divine. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more reminders that reconnect the soul. May Allah never let you feel alone again.